regular council meeting is called to order at 6:00 p.m. Present, Council President Chris Vachon, Councilmember Kevin Charbonneau, Councilmember Clark Curtis, Councilmember Rick Chase, Treasurer City Clerk James Johnson, City Manager Jonathan Delabere. In the room, I have the police chief, I have the head of the Department of Public Works, I have the rec director, and I am missing that big root. I have fire department members. I have a grand juror. Just wanted to say that. But we're good. Okay. Next item on the agenda, additions, deletions to the agenda. Council President Vachon?
No, thank you.
Councilmember Charbonneau?
No, thank you.
Councilmember Curtis?
No, thanks.
Councilmember Chase?
I have nothing to add or delete, but I'd just like to note that there was originally a commitment from Newport Downtown Development that we would bring a report from VHB, which we were asked to put off by the company for a few weeks. So that's why it's not on the agenda tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Treasurer Johnson?
Nothing.
City Manager?
Number 7, we'll just need to move to the next.
Right. And so, as the city manager said, number 7 on the agenda is the DPW 3-acre stormwater agreement for consulting services with an anticipated vote. No?
No, sorry. I was
With
having
it.
a separate meeting.
With an anticipated vote. That I have not gotten back yet the changes that we're negotiating. So until that's done, that we've moved that off. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda, which are the regular meeting minutes of September 9, 2024, the accounts payable warrants for September 16, 2024, liquor licenses, vendor permits, and special event permits. May I have a motion to accept the consent agenda as is?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Next item, after I sign the minutes. Next item on the agenda, quarterly financial update. This is just a brief discussion, just a quick suggestion by our city manager.
Sure. So something that we did in Cambridge that the mayor and I were chatting about that I'd like to start doing here is a quarterly financial update. Where after that quarter's completed, we look at the financials for that previous quarter and just start, department heads are doing this, I would say, on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, but really bringing it to council. Make sure you put in the financials in the packet so that the public also is seeing where our budget actuals are to date. But just that the next meeting starts that second quarter of the year, that would be something I would like to add to the next meeting.
Right, and it's more appropriate anyway, it makes more sense, so we're not looking at, the continual changes, and we're looking at the quarter, which is what we had decided. So that was just a thought process, so we don't need to vote on it unless somebody wants to make it formal, but it's just an internal management decision, so thank you for that. Okay, next item on the agenda is Recreation Committee new member appointment with anticipated vote. I would like to recognize Director Mike Brown and whoever else you would like to join coming up, talk through the mayor.
Okay, we have our rec committee chairperson.
Come on up.
Lady Consoy.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's all yours.
So, you want to start? We'd like to recommend Kyle Chadburn to the recreation committee. He's been involved, he helps us out, he's been involved with the tree lighting ceremony since we started. He does the 4th of July ceremony. He's involved with the school board, so he's involved in the community. He wants to be a part of the recreation committee. I think he'd be a good asset for the team.
Right, and I know you said he was busy tonight, so
Yes,
he
he's actually
does,
involved with the school
he
board
has
stuff tonight.
committed
Yes.
to this.
Yeah, we've interviewed him and he's already been to a meeting.
Okay. Any questions?
Very active.
Yes. Questions? Okay, so on that note, may I have a motion, please, to appoint the new member as recommended by the Director of Parks and Recreation to his Recreation Committee?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any comment? Further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I got a little distracted by the ice cream eating. That
Yeah, I
wasn't
know.
easy to share.
It's all right. We'll wait. It's his fault. Next item on the agenda is the DPW Bluff Road Pump Station Project award with an anticipated vote. I'd like to recognize, please, the DPW Director, Mr. Burns. No? You don't want to?
all set. I'm sure Jonathan has everything.
Oh, I would like not to recognize the city manager.
So, sure. So this is the Bluff Road Pump Station at the intersection of Bluff Road and Crowdy Drive. We received a grant from the state to work on combined sewer overflow projects, this being our first one in that grant. We went out to bid. We had a pre-bid meeting that the Mayor Sullivan attended. And through that process, we received 3 bids for the work. One from MSI for $125,993. The second one from Portland for $193,500. And the third one was from JPC Card for $230,454. Our engineers, A&E, did review all of the bids, made sure that all of the submitted materials that were required were included. And through that process, they did deem that they were all acceptable, and so they would like to recommend the low bid of MSI for that work.
You're comfortable with that? Okay. So may I have a motion to approve the bid of MSI for the DPW Bluff Road Pump Station Project Award?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any comments? Further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Okay, the next item on the agenda is to designate the voting delegate for VLCT passive and VERB annual meetings with an anticipated vote. This is pretty much just the standard delegate vote that we go to every year. So can I please have a motion to appoint the mayor to be that delegate?
So moved.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any comments? Was that a comment? Further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Next item on the agenda is the construction line of credit for the water tower project with an anticipated vote. Who's going to be speaking to this? Okay. City manager?
So this is for the water tower project on the east side across from Walmart. Originally, the voters had approved financing the entire portion of the project. It was roughly $3.3 million, I think, just off the top of my head. We have allocated our local ARPA funds, which we started with the reservoir cover and then use the remaining balance on the water tower project. We have about $4,000 left on that, which we just received pay estimate number 6. So that'll draw down all of our local ARPA funds that we have received from U.S. Treasury. We did get another grant to about $1 million to fund the water tower. So after those two have been exhausted, it leaves us a remaining balance, not including that grant, it leaves us a remaining balance of $2.4 million to finance the project. We will get roughly $1 million of that back through the grant. So at the end of the day, we're only really going to finance $1.4 million. But that grant, we have to spend the money to get it back. So we're asking for that full 2.4 million to finance the remainder of the water tower project.
The new grant, is it specific to items within this project, or is it blanket?
It's specific to the water tower project. Yeah. So Jim did reach out and got 2 different estimates for financing options. One from Passumpsic Savings Bank and the other from Community National Bank. And so again, we're just looking for a construction line of credit to complete the water tower project.
Okay. So let me get a motion out there and then we can go into discussion. Can I please have a motion to approve the construction line of credit for the water tower project?
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Yeah. Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments?
Just one, the vote is approved alone, and a line of credit is a little different. So I was wondering, why a line of credit and whether or not that's within the scope of the approval.
Yes, go ahead.
We'll have Jim speak to this one.
Sure, you can and
The original approval was $4,900,000 from our college. They used the ARPA funds, and they got the grant like it says, so that brings the total that we need now down to 1.4. So we're gonna borrow the 2.4 so we can pay back $1 million grant that they're gonna use.
And it doesn't matter whether or not we call it a line of credit or a loan.
Actually, it's a construction.
It's a construction loan.
Construction loan, yeah.
So
They-
that's.
They threw a line
that's
of
the
credit
key.
in there, but it's a construction loan.
Councilors, discussion on this?
So are we approving one of these in particular? I missed it. It's-
I didn't say which one because I wanted to have the discussion so we could, get it started and then.
I see.
So I can get you to have a discussion and then we can amend it after you decide, so.
Other than the lower rate of interest offered by Passumpsic, is there any other substantive difference between these two
No.
loans?
And this is now 5.6 and the offer expires on October 15th, 2024.
Yeah, 5.0, 5.06. That came in this afternoon, so I didn't have time to get it.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Right here. But,
It's
yeah.
not just lower there to 5.06.
Mhm.
Makes it pretty easy to decide.
Mhm.
Does it matter that one is at 2 million, one is at 2.4 million?
No, because
No.
it's on
Somewhere
the
there's an
back.
email,
Okay, yeah.
She wrote that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
All right.
they
That's fine.
increased amount.
So now it's just a choice of which banks you'd like to use, if you so want to approve it.
Then I would move for the Assumption Bank offer.
Okay. Two for Passumpsic.
I second that.
Okay. Okay, so can I have like a friendly amendment to add that we are approving this for, I'm going with Passumpsic Bank? So you make the motion.
I make a motion that we go through Passumpsic Bank for construction loan of $2.4 million. With the fixed rate of, what's it, 5.06%?
Yeah, 5.06.
Thank you. I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second.
I just want to make sure I heard correctly, so the new rate is 5.06?
6%.
Okay.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Okay. Next item on the agenda are fire chief interviews with a potential executive session, according to 1 VSA section 313A3. May I please have a motion to enter into executive session to conduct fire chief interviews, to invite specific members of the fire department and our police chief, I didn't forget this time, and to invite the individual candidates in as appropriate. I have a motion, to have a second. Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, motion is carried, and we are in executive session. We're out of executive session, no action was taken. Can you just check the date for the next regularly scheduled meeting? Is that correct? Is that date correct?
Date should be the first Monday of October.
Which is, no, we have that, but my council member to the left said that we have a different schedule that we've approved.
That's the first and third.
No, because of Labor Day.
We moved the second,
Last Monday, whatever the day was.
the 9th.
Not this,
It should be the 7th of October.
So, in chatting with Linda, technically for September, the regular meeting should have been the 2nd and the 16th. Because of Labor Day, we pushed that one meeting 1 week forward.
the schedule I have at home
Okay.
that we approved, I don't know, I had a date, was past Monday and the next Monday.
The 23rd, okay.
But
Interesting.
the last meetings,
So you're saying you want 2 meetings, right?
yeah, between now and the end of the year.
Okay.
The
Okay,
next
so
meeting should be on the 7th of October.
that's what we
That's
want.
what I have.
Yeah,
Okay, October 7th, right?
It's fine with me.
yeah, you have to
I'll
be.
take a picture of my schedule that we approved.
Please
And I'll
scan it
send
for
it
me.
to the office and send it home.
Okay, we hear the motion that I'm doing over there.
Uh,
Okay, so ready?
Send it.
Thank you for your patience, everybody. The next item on the agenda is comments by members of the public. Members of the audience are reminded that members of the press are present and that these proceedings are being recorded for current and future broadcast over the city's cable television channel. Members of the audience are further reminded that Newport City Council meetings are for the purpose of allowing council members to conduct city business. City council meetings are the only time the city council discusses, deliberates, and decides upon city matters. The city council meetings are held in public to promote transparency and accountability in government, but are distinct from public hearings or town meetings in that they are not meetings of the public. Members of the public shall be afforded a reasonable opportunity to express opinions about matters considered by the city council. To conduct orderly and efficient meetings, I kindly request the public's cooperation and compliance with the published guidelines when participating in the meeting, and I thank you. So, I'm going to ask when your name is called, so please come up to the microphone, speak through me, okay, which means you talk directly through the mayor, state what you're here to state, and you will have 3 minutes. Terry, come on up. And thank you for being so patient. And I know this is your first time, so you don't get to practice.
I don't get to practice, okay. My only issue is they're paving the Glen Road now, and I just don't know why it's stopping at the prison instead of going to the town line, 2/10 of a mile down the road. It was supposed to have been paved 30 years ago when the prison went in. That was part of the deal for the city. Water, sewer, blacktop to the end of the road. It seems to always stop at the prison. I'm trying to build a new house, I burnt out, I ain't got much choice, but And the dust is stupid. There's no reason it shouldn't be blacktop, you know, for what little bit there is left. Coventry did their end, it's all new. It doesn't make any sense to leave 2/10 in the middle dirt.
And I thank you for that, and we did meet this morning, and we are looking into getting this to.
Because, I mean, the blacktop man is there right now. Now's the best time, and he can just turn his machine around and continue to the end and continue his job, what he's doing while he's there. It'd be cheaper.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank
But
you.
I appreciate it, and now you know the process, so you get to
Yeah.
come back a lot.
Yeah, I don't need to come here. I got other things I can do. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terry, thank you very much. Okay, the next item on the agenda is new business. Councilmember Sean?
Yes, and September 28th will be Fall Fest in Newport. A lot of family-friendly events. And then heading up into October, there's lots of Halloween-themed stuff going on, so check calendars. Should be a lot of fun.
Thank you. Councilmember Shulman? It's okay.
No, thank you.
I didn't get the first one you said on the 29th. What is it?
28th is Fall Fest.
Yeah. How could I miss that?
Councilmember Curtis?
No thanks.
Councilmember Upper Chase?
Oh, thank you.
Treasurer Johnson? City Manager?
I guess I'll just echo what Chris said on the Fall Harvest Fest. The chili competition is at risk of being canceled due to not enough entries. So any community members, businesses, restaurants that are interested, we encourage folks to get in an application for an entry.
So all of the ones who've done previously, they've not submitted.
Oh yeah.
Do they usually, who do they submit the applications to?
It's ran by the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay. Have we spoken to them to see what's going on? Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so I want you to be sure also that the human trafficking and crime update is September 25th at the Gateway at 6 o'clock. We have a great panel, so please be there. This is a very important topic. Okay?
Time, please.
6 o'clock.
We'll totally do that.
The next item on the list is old business. Councilmember President Fashawn,
No, thank you.
Councilmember Charbonneau,
No, thank you.
Councilmember Curtis,
No thanks.
Councilmember Upper Chase,
No, thank you.
Treasurer Johnson.
I do. I saved them to last. So I've got documents need to be signed, they're marked for the council needs to sign for that cruiser you approved last week.
Oh.
All of us need to sign it, or just the mayor?
There's some pages where everybody's gonna sign, there's some pages where the mayor's gonna sign. And
How often do I get to drive it?
Hopefully,
I wouldn't count on it.
hopefully before I'm driving.
You may get the light of it.
There you go. Sign that.
If I
sign-
drive it, I will definitely ride in it. Is
Sign
what
that
you're saying?
document and you'll definitely write it.
Exactly.
And the other thing I've got, Madam Mayor, is the permit for Mr. Leclerc.
Oh.
And that was approved, but pending the legal issues that we changed.
That's right, we went.
Changed some things. So we just need the formal approval of that and I'll write him a permit.
Okay. We'll do a motion on this.
Huh?
We'll do a motion on this one to, or we're good, we
It's
did a motion
already
on it,
been
we already
passed.
did this.
It's already been
Where do you
passed.
want me to sign it?
It's just-
You know, I need a sticky. This was the one
Actually,
that, we had the 48 hours to do the research, we worked it out, we figured it out, and it's all good. Stickies, you have to show.
Right there, right there. Okay. That's all I've got.
Okay,
I said
city
you sign all
manager?
three of them.
There is one thing that I have that I received from, it's like just a notice from the state that they're seeking comments on the 2024 Consolidated Annual Performance and Evaluation Report, which they call CAPER, to the HUD. And they said if anybody would like to comment, they have their website here, and you can go on and you can do comments. So I'm going to leave this right here if anybody is interested. And if you're interested but you don't want to take that document, which is the only one I have, okay, I will take a picture of it. Okay, but just so you know, it's there. Did you sign?
I did, so did Karen.
What am I signing?
I don't know.
What? Where's the sticky?
What did it say?
There are 3 stickies. Yes, you signed it. Sorry.
I sign here though, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
looks good to me.
You have one job if you sit next to me, it's to
Clearly.
point where.
After 10 o'clock, it's
That's right.
tell you where to sign. I
Point where
got
to
you.
sign.
Makes me think we should extend all the meetings and put all the important
For
stuff
the
for when I
important
tell you
stuff,
to
yeah,
sign.
exactly. I might fall for that once.
There may not be enough lines for everybody, so sign on the
Sign
bottom.
anyway, sign
Sign
below.
it.
This one we don't have to sign.
No.
Okay, so while they're signing, the next item on the agenda is to set the next meeting, which will be the regularly scheduled council meeting of October 7, 2024, for the majority of the council and for Councilmember Curtis.
He's gonna meet by himself.
May I have a motion, please, to set the next regularly scheduled council meeting for October 7, 2024?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, the motion is carried. The next item on the agenda is to adjourn. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting at 10:15 p.m.?
Oh, yeah.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, the motion.